Ready?
Yes. He's pestering. Just saying.
Just finished the other video that you've probably already watched. This is the Wednesday premiere. Welcome back to JV Rockhound, everybody. I'm Jay.
I'm B. I gotta take my glasses off. The lights reflect off my glasses. Drives me crazy. So.
Plus, I can do things when she's can't see good.
I can't see without my glasses on.
So, this video, Friday before I came home, I had my buddy Alex Smith from kentuckyrocksells, SELLS, on Facebook. There's kind of two groups. There's Kentucky Rock Sales, SALES, and his, which is Kentucky Rock Sales, SELLS. And he posts some stuff on there, not just Kentucky agate. You maybe have seen other agates that I've gotten from him other than Kentucky's. I've gotten quite a few Kentucky's from him. But I've gotten some good dry head agates, a TP. I can't even think. Yeah, I can't even think what all else I've gotten.
Did you get it? We have gnats for some reason.
There's some. We got some fruit flies or something flying around here somehow. And we had no fruit in here. I don't know where the frig they came from, but they drive me nuts. Anyway, so he's kind of like Taylor, you know. I'll buy stuff, pay for it, but they live a couple hours away from me, right? So they'll hold on to it until I can make it up to them, you know, because I'm in no hurry to get the stuff, right? So they'll build up a box until I can make it up to them. Or in Alex's case, he doesn't live too far from a truck stop that I go right by, every twice a week. But he usually will come over whenever I'm ready to try to pick up from him. And I usually wait till I get a few things. And it's been a few months that I've been buying this stuff from him, one here, one there, whatever. And since Friday was my birthday, he actually gave me a couple things too. So I can't wait to show you that stuff. There's two rocks, and they're pretty. She didn't look at them real good. I showed them to her, but yeah, they're pretty. So let me get this turned around and get to showing that stuff, and I'm going to show you a couple other things too. A couple things that I had in here that I got from Missouri. I want to look at them really good in this light, up close with the UV and with just the micro lens. And if you remember that Laguna that I was like, I need help. What should I do? Should I cut this? Should I whatever? Blah blah blah. Well, I took it to Julian Bryan's with me. AZ Rockhound Expeditions. I took it out there when I went out there last week, and or the week before I was going out there, and then last weekend I was there. And I had Brian. He was kind enough to put it on his auto feed saw to get more of a precision cut. That I didn't want to risk missing and being off just a little bit and going through part of the window. So I got that cut, and it had calcite in it that I didn't notice before, I guess. So I went ahead and dipped it, and I dipped one of the agates I got from Alex I'm about to show you. I dipped it in acid. And some of y'all will know that big piece of banded calcite that I just picked up. After I left Julian Bryan's, I left going to California, and I stopped in at this exit in Quartzsite, and there was right off the exit, there was this little shop that was mostly an outside shop with tables set up with rocks everywhere. There was, not quite as much as something like Richardson's Rock Ranch, but they had a lot of tables, and they had a lot of rough and some just awesome material there. Good prices. So I picked up a few things. I'm not going to show you all that stuff in this video, but matter of fact, I'm not going to show any of that in this video. But I did pick up a piece like this of the banded calcite that I want to acid etch. Well, I have another smaller piece that I'm going to show you that I experimented with, and it did not work like I was expecting. So I need some help with that. I need advice. I'm going to be watching videos, trying to figure out how they do it. But anyways, let me get this turned around. Thanks, guys. Okay, here we go. I think everything's polished, so I don't have to spray anything, except for this is the stuff I found, and the Laguna. So, but this is all from Alex. These are all Kentucky agates. Well, these two are not. These are all Kentucky agates. So, before I show any of that, let me show you the two things that he gave me. I don't know what I just did. I meant to zoom in. So this is a little, looks like maybe either tumble polished or, I don't know, hand polished or whatever. Look at there. So he said it was Fairburn. And I guess you would call this a signer, I guess. But it's got a full face right there on the end. Yeah. So if Sunken Treasure is watching, or anybody else that knows much about Fairburns, let me know what you think. That's pretty. It's got a lot of the similar colorations as Dryhead or TP, but this Matrix Host Rock or whatever does not look like Dryhead. But it could be similar to TP Canyon, or it could be a Hills Fairburn. And that's pretty much all I've got right now, some Hills Fairburn. Let me see if I can back that off just a little bit. So this is a Dryhead. He gave me these two things for my birthday. I was like, dude, thanks, man. That's an awesome present for me. You know, that was just fantastic. And a little side pocket. That's how Kentuckies do a lot of times, and you're about to see it. Got a nice little quartz center pocket. Floater. Some eyes with making bots making eyes or whatever. Yeah. It's a pretty piece. I don't know if I'd want to try to cut that, but I could. Maybe I can get behind that fracture. I don't know how far that would go in there. I'm not seeing. Oh, there's a window there, so it does go back in there some. But I couldn't cut through that window, so I don't know. That limits my options. All right. Let's just start down here. Let's start down here. This is a little one. It's got some funky colors to it. And I've got a few that are similar to this. It's almost pastel colored. Look at those little platelets in there. If you look at that white, you can actually see banding in there. It's almost opal, which I don't really see opal in Kentucky agates, but that's what that makes me think. Look at that little tiny pocket right there. Pretty. I like it. Let's do the I'm gonna show this one because I know Brian will love this one. Brian Steinhardt, Julian Brian. He really likes the yellows, and I kind of showed him a picture of this one when we were out there. Look at this thing. It's maybe a little bit better polish. You can kind of see the lines. But look at that little floater right there. Nice looking quartz. But that's, yeah, it's got a little bit of surface fracturing right there, but otherwise it's almost a perfect sample specimen. And look at this detail in this banding when you get close. There's red along the edge. And then how many different colors of yellow can you see in that? Almost a tinge of greenish, but it's, when you zoom out, I mean, when you hold it back and look at it, it's mostly yellow that you see. Sorry, my ear's itching. Look at that. I mean, the closer you get, the more bands you see. And look on that very edge right there. If I can get close enough. See those little eyes? There, you can see those little fractures. I bet you could probably work those out. They don't, oh, they're not too bad. Compared to most Kentucky agates, it's not bad at all. Let's look a little bit closer at this red right here. Yeah, things are awesome. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, let's look at this one. Pretty good size little piece, or what's left of it, you know what I mean? I like to get pairs, the whole agate just cut in half and specimen polished, whatever. That's what I like to get. But the reality is, most of the time you don't get that. You get singles, single halves, and because a lot of these guys will cut these and slab them for slabs for cabs and stuff like that. And probably a lot of the reason why they do that is because they're so fractured. A lot of times you can't get a good full, unfractured polished face. So, but some people are like me and like them like this, where they get a good specimen out of it, even with the fractured face. But look at the details in his banding. it's another one that, you know, you can see the different, you know, it's got some contrast, so you can see different colors, slightly different colors or whatever, and, you know, that stark different contrast with the outside band. But the closer you get, the more bands you see and the more details you see. Like, look at those little white spots. That's in it. See, just, you can't rub those off. And then the details in that, those different color fortification lines, and even in that part right there, right before the quartz, there's how many different banding lines and different colorations and variation of the color. There's more of those platelets. Probably some hematite in there. I think what the white is really, I can't get close enough to it to see. Those are probably where the hematite or whatever it might have been probably came out. Because if you look at it from the kind of a side with the glare, that's a void. That's a vug where whatever it was came out. You can see the scratch marks in this thing. How it needs a better polish. But, you know, that ain't no big deal. I'm going to be getting what I need soon. And I can give these, I can certainly give these the love they need. But anyway, so whenever whoever polished it, I don't know if it was his dad, Alex's dad, or somebody else, I don't know. But these little parts of the hematite or whatever those little specks are come out, left the void, and I think the white is just polish that got stuck in there. But yeah, and I can't even get down to see inside that center geo pocket. It's too narrow and deep to really see it good. So make sure there's no fingerprints. So this is another one that, man, you just, it looks like a jumbled up mess, and then you get to looking at it close, man, the details. These things fascinate me. Kentucky's can be some of the best agates for these kind of details. I mean, look at that fortification in those little pockets. And I'm telling you right now, this batch is some of the most unique ones that I've gotten to this point. I like to get different, you know, a little bit different, you know, if I want to keep buying them. Or just straight better, you know. Uh-oh, I see a little cyclops creature with a big grin. Cool. It almost looks like something too, like two eyes and some kind of weird side ear and mouth that's open. There's a little pocket up here. Some crystals in it. I mean, these things are so wild. Like just in that one little, I mean, look at this, smaller than my thumbnail. This one little spot right here. Look at how much detail is in there when you get close. Cool. So these two are a pair. Look at that sparkle in the druzy, in the geode pocket. It's botryoidal geode quartz, covered bots. But man, look at the details in this one when you get close. Yeah. Expect to be seeing some shorts on some of these, because I will be doing some shorts this coming week. I'll probably be taking this whole box with me. Gorgeous. Here's another pair. Nice little crystal geode pocket. Got a little polish on the surface. I need to get that cleaned out. That almost looks amethysty. The quartz almost looks like amethyst or smoky here at least. Another one with good details when you look close. Look at that. Looks like some kind of creature with a mouth, wide open round mouth and two black eyes. Look. All right, let's look at this side. If this had been cut that back here about another 1/4 inch, that would be cool. I'm not going to cut it because I like them as specimens. I'd be afraid it'd fall apart on me. Pretty. Alright, since I'm doing the pairs, I might as well do these next two pairs before I move on beyond them. So these have just botryoidal chalcedony geode pockets. But look at this. Look at the colors. Bluish gray to orange, lined with white and gray, almost dark gray. Look at that little pocket. What the heck is that in there? Probably some kind of fuzz or something got it down in there. Yeah, this one, you know, there again, You can definitely see some marks on it where it needs to be better polished, but hey, I'm trying. I can do it. And they are very pretty. So here's the last whole specimen piece, and it's still a good size. This size especially. Look at the eyes. And the fortification lines and the color chromatography and colorations and details. This thing's got eyes galore. All the way around it, which is just because they're known for their botryoidal formations in there. You're basically cutting through. That's how they form. You know, you're cutting through bots, and that's what gives that those round eye looking features. But they are so cool when you get all those different colorations in those eyes. And there's quartz in the center filled in. That was a geode pocket. Let's look at this side. Same thing. Really cool eyes all the way around it. I don't know what to do with my thumbnail. It'd be cool to have like a close-up of the eyes. Which one looks better? Maybe that one. There's some cool spots on this one, I think, with the eyes. That part was pretty cool. Yep. I don't know. That probably might end up being the thumbnail. But see, looking back here, you don't see all that detail. You got to get up there and look at these things. You got to pay attention to them and give them the attention that they require, because they are awesome. Nice toroidal pocket. Look how deep that goes. The finger's going in, y'all. This one actually looks like it's got a decent polish. Got a little bit of orange peel look to it, but it's not bad. Alright, let's close the distance and look at the details. Sorry, Nate, Quest for Details. I'm not trying to steal your punchline if you watch this. But I appreciate your title of your channel. So that's what I want to do also, is give respect to those details, because so many things require it, to really pay attention and look at those fine details to appreciate it even all the more, because it's pretty. To me, that's pretty, looking at it from a distance. How much more pretty is it when you look at it and see that kind of detail that you don't see unless you do look up like this. I mean, my thumb for reference, how small that fortification pocket is right there. And looking at it that close, look at the lines. Look at all the different fortification lines. the banding. That one's even smaller. Look at that feathery pattern right there. Oh, that's awesome right there. It's like that on this side too. See, I didn't even notice that when I was looking at it down here, and with my just with my eyes without looking at the camera, I wasn't noticing that. But when you get up close to it and see that, that is awesome. And look how that almost turns pink right there. Yep. Oh, now where to go? Because these next ones are very, well, like several of them are very unique. Let's just go from the right to the left. The color combinations and patterns in some of these are different from any of them that I've had. Well, some of them are. I've never quite had one with this stark a contrast. Maroon, pinkish, peaches, I don't know, from yellow to greens. We got quartz pocket in the middle. I mean, this thing is wild. And look how much fine detail is in the banding when you get close. And you just can't see that. I'm telling you, you can't see it. Not that fine pattern of the banding. Can't see it unless you zoom in or look at it with the micro lens. Look right there in that yellow and the greenish. There's lines all through that. I mean, I guess if you got better eyes than me, you might be able to see it without looking at it like this. But considering my age, I used to have freaking really good eyes. I mean, I'm telling you, I had better than 20/20 vision when I was younger for the longest time. Look at the bots in this little druzy cave, and it sparkles. And it needs to be cleaned up because it's probably got polish on it. I like to look at the unobvious areas. I mean, your eyes are going to be mainly pulled into this center part where there's a good contrast between that darker fortification line to the yellow and then to the druzy, sparkly druzy. You're going to look at that. But when you look on the edges, even like in between there, and see some of that, it's just cool. Look at that red dot. See, I just now noticed that. I didn't see that before. See that pattern? You can see that pattern in the lights through the polish. Look at that part right there. Yep. There's another red spot. Cool stuff. Yeah. Well, this video is going to end up being a little bit longer, but man, I can't help it. This stuff is so pretty to look at. Look at that pocket. I went straight to that. Look at it from a distance. You can see that pocket sitting there, but I got to look at it close. Look at the fortifications. Look at that little cluster of area, whatever. That's pretty cool. Nice little pocket. Okay, let me zoom in right here. Guys, see that? There's another little gray one right there. Nice little triangle. Oop, I hit it. Stop shaking. If I'm making you woozy, I'm sorry. Yeah. These things are so freaking wild. Yeah. And this one, I've never had one with the yellow with such grayish, I don't know, it's almost a different color on the outside that I've ever quite seen. It's because there's so many other colors mixed in and around it that when you look at it from here, it just, I don't even know. It's like a, I don't know, some kind of weird gray shade, I guess. But look at the details. Another one with eyes all around it. That looks like a space scene down in there. Look at that. A little white eclipsed moon or something. Like the sun coming out from behind an eclipse. Two of them. Ooh, there's a V. I mean, if you want to be real technical, there's a shit ton of V's. That just came out. I can't help it. Oh Lord, pardon my language. Every now and then, one will slip by me. I try to be on guard for it, but yeah, Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the external bot pocket. How cool is that? Good size chunk too. No. Alright, this one's pretty wild color too. Nice bot pocket inside there. Yes, I did it. But the coloration, I've never quite seen one like this with that almost bluish gray, but this, I don't even know what color you'd call that. Salmon? Looks like a seahorse. Another little smile. I mean, you can see stuff like that in these things all day long. I mean, that's, yeah, it's funny because I had, on one of my dry head videos, one of the shorts, I think it was, I had this friggin' dude, and I hope he watched this because I don't care. He's like, I don't know why people are so, fascinated by these things. It's just natural rock and how the layers go down, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, if you don't like it, don't watch it. I don't care. Don't watch my channel. Don't leave a stupid comment. Yeah, needs better polish. But that's awesome. Too bad for the fractures, but hey, y'all know Kentucky's. Now, speaking of wild colorations, this one is wild too. Like white and maroon, and then look at all this on the outskirts of this. How wild is the outskirts? Or how wild are the outskirts, or however you want to say it. And a little pocket. Is that dogtooth calcite? That might be dog. I can't tell. It might be dogtooth calcite. I think it is. Cool. See, this one looks just petroidal. The platelets. When you get close enough to that, you can see that is made up of platelets. That maroonish line is made up of, oh, look at that little circle on the quartz. There's another smaller one right there. Oh, this one needs to be looked at in the microscope. Pretty cool looking quartz in there. But yeah, look at the platelets. And because it's not red and black, a lot of people won't want it because they only want the red and black. This one, this one's a chunk. This is a big chunk. Good size agate. And this is only, well, I mean, it might have only been this much bigger. I don't know, or it might have been this much bigger. All this, I can't be responsible for what people are about to see and how they perceive what they see. But I got a chuckle out of this, and I'm not going to say why. You can make up your own minds. If you can figure it out, then you can figure it out. Okay, moving on. Pretty wild details in this one. A few different little pockets and bugs, and look at that smoky quartz right there in that little pocket. That might be calcite, covering some calcite bots right there. All right, and you get details like that. I mean, they really can be fascinating. They really can. You could sit there and look at these things, and you could take how many slices off this, and each one of those slices is going to give different pattern, different coloration, slightly different areas. It can just be awesome. I'm telling you. And okay, let me just show you this. So this is the Laguna, right? This was the broken face. This was the cut face that was already there, but there was calcite in the middle of this pocket. And I had, you know, I said in the video I was wanting to cut it from here to here, and then I want to do a triangular face polish. You know, maybe I'll leave this side just the way it is and just face polish this one, and then this is the cut. And when I melted that calcite out, it's nothing but a big, huge betrothal pocket. I can't really see you druzy, but it's still cool. Now let me get this wet, because this is one of the few things that's not polished yet. So I don't think that face is really any better than this face. Maybe a little bit. It's maybe a little bit bigger than that. But I mean, it's still a full face. But you got this little pocket right here that opened up that kind of breaks it up a little bit. That you don't see on this side. But nonetheless, that's still going to be a cool polished specimen. And then still got this half, well, not half, just a little part that's got a good full face. And this is supposed to be Laguna. Like I said, I've just never seen Laguna quite with this kind of coloration. Chromatography, and then you got this yellow moss along the edge down on one side of it. That's a really cool one. And if it's not Laguna, it was, like I said, the label on it Where I bought it. It's supposed to be Laguna. If it's not Laguna, somebody tell me. I got this from somebody else. This is some azurite malachite specimen. Had to show this off. It's a really nice little specimen. Now, when they sold it to me, they were just saying azurite, but there's definitely malachite in that. That's malachite. But there's, yeah, there's both. There's definitely some blue in it too. This is the calcite specimen, the smaller one. And before I dipped it, this was very smooth from cut faces on this side and on this side. Now look how rough that looks and pitty, and it looks like each one of these layers is about to come apart. It almost looks like I could just break it apart, but I can't. Maybe if I cut it again, it'll smooth it back out. So yeah, this did not work like I expected to etch this acid. I don't know what they do. I'm gonna have to look. I thought that they just used muriatic, dip those things in it, and they come out looking waxy and smooth. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they use a different acid. I'm gonna have to look into that because I kind of wanted to make that for myself. But so I know I've done shorts. Oh, you haven't seen the short on this one yet, but you have seen the short on this one. This was a piece of that chert I found in Missouri, but I wanted to look at it in this better light. Let me give it a little spritz. See if that'll help it come out a little bit better. Yeah, I'll be showing this stuff again, but I had it here. I couldn't help it. I gotta show it. Look at that. Just a piece of chert sitting in a pile of rocks destined to be gravel and a road. And then this thing here, I'm just going to go ahead and spray it. Same thing, right? Same place. Just different rock. Kind of stripy. But look at this. How cool is that? So even the brown has it, you know, the orbs. This whole thing is just one tightly meshed, nothing but orbicular granules of whatever it is. And I don't even have to sit there and look over the whole rock. I mean, you see it throughout it. Let me get a little bit closer with them. Macro lens is having a hard time focusing because I'm moving. Okay, that's awesome. All right, let me, I'm starting to run long. I don't want this to go more than an hour. Let me turn off some lights real quick. Don't have the beast on me. It's in the truck still. Let me show this with the lone fire. My hillbilly came out to play. A lone fire. Sorry, I just cracked myself up. Move that water bottle. Cool. Oh yeah, look at the eyes in that. This one, the face don't do a whole lot. The outside edge does, but then there's a little bit of cool stuff on the outside. That yellow one, not much. Look at this piece of Missouri stuff. That's pretty cool in the UV. What about this one? Yep. The agate part definitely shows up orange there, huh? The dry head, not much. In person, it does look green. The Fairburn, I can't even find the face. Is that the face? No, I don't think so. There it is. A little bit of orange, I guess, with that. Let's see, that Kentucky there has a little bit. Look at the dust down inside that thing. Or it might be polish. I know this thing here showed green, the Laguna. That calcite don't show nothing really. That's pretty cool. Yep. That one's kind of cool too. That one's pretty cool. I think that blue is polish that's stuck down there, probably. It's pretty cool. So is that one. I mean, nothing that I'm seeing is like super crazy, but I bet that's going to be phosphorescent. Maybe not. Oh, it ain't. Thought it would be. All right. Well, those are pretty cool. This one could be phosphorescent. Nope. All right. Let me get this turned around. I said ready, and I turned it on. She was taking her glasses off, wasn't paying attention. You know you love me. I'm lovable.
It's debatable.
Okay, so them are some pretty cool Kentucky agates. I mean, you guys have seen, I've got quite a few, but those are some very unique. A lot of those are very unique ones, and with the colorations, and I just can't get enough looking at those things, the details up close. So I'm tickled with that bunch. And Alex, if you're watching this, if you get a chance to watch it, dude, I appreciate the gifts, the birthday gifts of the Fairburn and the dry head. Those are awesome. But the azurite that I got from somebody else was a nice piece. I had to show that. Laguna, tell me if you think it's Laguna or not. If you know how to do that acid etching where the calcite comes out looking waxy and smooth and whatever, please let me know. I'm going to be trying to find out looking up some videos because that did not do nothing like I thought, and I probably just ruined that small piece. And I'm glad I did not use the big piece that I just bought in quartzite for that and try it, because I would have been mad at myself if I ruined that piece. I'm not happy that I ruined that one. Or possibly could have. I could have sworn that's how they did it. Maybe they use a different acid. Because I've heard it called acid etching. I've asked about it before. And I've heard people talk about it. So I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you think about it, because that did not turn out at all like I was expecting. So give me your thoughts. Give me a thumbs up. Watch, after this, I'm sure Julie and Brian are going to be going live or having a premiere this Wednesday. So it'll be their premiere for them. If she got her video done or whatever. So sometimes they have problems getting them out. Here we go again. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you're not subscribed, give us a subscribe. And let me know what you think about everything. I'm Jay.
I'm V, better half.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I will. Heard you.
Really?
Yes. I heard you cussing in here too.
I said the S word.
You said the S word. I heard it.
It slipped out. It slipped out. Couldn't help it.
Thanks for watching, guys.
If you've seen what I did, when you watch the video, you won't watch it. If you were to watch the video, you would see
but I watch the video.
You'd see it, and you'd probably be saying the same thing. You'd be like, You're in them. You might as well watch them.
I do watch them.
Okay.
I just may not comment them. I watch them, but I don't comment all the time.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. This is already too long of a video.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening.
I couldn't help but show that stuff in such good detail. It's awesome. Thanks, guys. Bye. I'm Jay.
Bye. I'm V. Bye, guys.
I'm Jay.
We've already said it 4 times. How many times do you want to say it?